Now, our next guest took South Australia to Hollywood. It was a little Adelaide film called 237 that propelled Teresa Palmer onto the international stage. And the rest, as they say, is history. And now Teresa's work spans drama, horror, science fiction, comedy, and even playing Aussie icons. Let's take a look at her playing Michelle Payne in Ride Like a Girl.
I want to ride Group 1s. I want to be the best.
A big moment for Michelle Payne.
Settle down like your sisters.
He's stubborn and selfish.
Maybe he didn't want to lose another one of his girls.
I want to ride with different trainers.
No, do as I say, little girl.
I'm not your little girl. Hi, I'm Michelle Payne. I'm a jockey. I'm available for track work. I'll just be outside if anyone needs me.
I think she might need a manager.
She's got great balance. Yes, she.
You've got a Group 1.
Are you for real? Get off me!
Get back to the bush where you belong.
There's a reason they call it the most dangerous sport on earth.
There she is. Not only is Teresa an acting phenomenon, she's also a mother of 5 and the power behind the movement Zen Mama. Teresa joins us from Los Angeles to tell us more. Good morning, Tez. How are you?
Hi. I'm great, Tristan. Thanks for having me.
Of course, we're delighted to. Come here, let's stick with the horsey talk. You've said Ride Like a Girl was a transformational piece for you. Why do you think films like this are important for empowering young girls?
Oh, look, you know, Michelle Payne, what she was able to achieve was brilliant. I mean, she's such an incredible human being, and she was up against so much adversity, and she persevered. She had a goal, she stuck to it, she dealt with a lot of sexism, and then you see this amazing end to her story. And I think it's very empowering for young women, and the response has been so uplifting. And I'm still, a couple of years on since it's been released, hearing from mothers and young girls all over the world saying how much it had a profound impact on them.
Oh, it's great. You've done superb in it as well. Your big break came after a student film hit the Cannes red carpet, but it was a school play called Brighton Beach Memoirs that taught you how to cry. What was the trick that you used on that one?
I used Vicks Vapor Rub.
Straight into the eyeball?
I remember the scene was at the very end of the show, unfortunately, where I had to cry. So I actually had Vicks Vapor Rub on my hand for about 45 minutes throughout the entire play. And then finally I got to that part and I got to do the old wipe. And then the tears were streaming and then they wouldn't stop. And she's meant to sort of recover. And they just kept coming.
No, that's full method.
Kind of backfired.
Do you still use that to this day, the old Vicks Vapor Rub?
I've moved on. I'm able to tap into my inner feelings now, Tristan.
Fantastic. One of your earliest Hollywood moments was acting across from Adam Sandler. I love this, in Bedtime Stories. What was it like working with Billy Madison?
Exactly like you would expect, I think. He was so goofy and funny, and he just had his pals on set. They just wanted to watch basketball and hang out, and he was just a laugh. He really was. He didn't take himself too seriously, as I'm sure you can imagine. And we had a giggle, but I was definitely starstruck. It was the first sort of year or two that I had been in LA, and then to work opposite Adam. I remember being in a scene with him and being totally taken by the fact that I'm standing opposite Billy Madison.
Yeah. I always wonder what that'd be like, because there's obviously a serious side to him as well, but he's a very, very good actor. So, I mean, would he put you at ease there? Or is it all kind of gags to keep you loose?
Yeah, he was just a really nice man. And he was a real family man. He had his wife on set. He had his daughters there and all his mates. And it just felt like kind of this big party. And I think it was the first time I sort of had this crazy character. She was based on an heiress that is quite popular and quite famous. And I got to have a lot of fun with it. And I think he really inspired me just to let go and try things and be bold and brave. And sometimes it would work and sometimes it didn't. But that was the one thing I think that was my takeaway from working with him, was just try things. And I was so new to the game at the time too, that I really needed to be loosened up a little bit, and he was the perfect person to do that.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. Now, what a lot of people wouldn't know about you, Teresa, well, they know you're a very proud South Australian, but you're a huge footy fan as well. So I guess, and you're going to be coming back here soon. You're going to be taking the kids to the games, just like your dad did for you, huh?
Yeah, Port Adelaide. Yeah, I'm a big Power fan. I used to be a bigger fan back in the day when I was a bit younger. I feel like a bit of a phony now because I only know a few of the players' names. But the kids love it. My boys love it. They're now doing Auskick, which is really fun. Forrest is the youngest in his class, so he mucks around. He doesn't really play football, but he has so much fun. And it's just been great to immerse them into the game that I really grew up being a part of. I used to go to the games since I was 5 years old with my dad. So now to do that with the boys is really special. And Poet too, she really loves the footy.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, you're going to be getting that family pass for sure, because you're a working mother with 5 children now. That in itself is a huge juggle to do. You got your movies, you got your kids, you got Zen Mama. What's Zen Mama all about?
Yeah, look, that's a platform for parents and caregivers all over the world. It's just essentially a community where women and men and whoever have stories and certain experiences with their children, and this is a place where they can share their voice. So it's not just me and my friend Sarah who run the website. Really, anyone can contribute, and it's a non-judgmental space for people to come and share their stories, what's been working for them in the parenting journey, what hasn't been. We talk a lot about things like pregnancy loss, which your beautiful wife did that amazing documentary, Mum, which was brilliant, and I loved being a part of that. So we share a lot of stories like that on the platform and just try and raise awareness.
It really is fantastic, and I know we're friends, but we have used it ourselves for information. It is fantastic for that. Tell us about what's coming up. You're obviously a very in-demand actress, and you're doing a lot of travelling as well. What's coming up for you, movie-wise and film-wise and TV-wise?
Yeah, well, right now it's very nice because we're having some time here. I'm postpartum. I'm only 11 weeks postpartum, so I'm sort of in this newborn bubble. But I'm definitely going to get to work at the beginning of next year. I have A Discovery of Witches Season 3 coming out, which you can watch in Australia on Binge. I also have another film coming out called The Twin, which is a psychological thriller. Really fun to film. We shot that in Estonia mid-pandemic.
Right.
So that was a really interesting experience. And yeah, I'm just reading scripts and figuring out what that next gig is. But I love that I've been in the season of parenting. I've had my 4 children together. We've got 5 kids with my stepson Isaac. Yeah. And now I'm starting to pivot and look at what's work look like over the next few years.
You know, we absolutely love your family. What's it like for the kids seeing their mummy in all these movies?
Well, they just don't care. It's really funny. They're like, oh, were you in this one? It's like, no, I'm not in every movie. I'm just in a few. They loved Ride Like a Girl. So that one they thought was really cool. Although there was the moment where Michelle falls off the horse and I had to explain before that came up that was CGI, that was not mummy. But they really don't care. They're more excited about drinking Lovewell, which is the nutritional supplement company that I have. They love that. They're really excited by that. But films are like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Great on. Tez, we love you. We can't wait to see you when you come back home. Thanks for joining us today. Teresa Palmer.
Thanks, Tristan. Mwah.
All the best. Take care.